Elizabeth Holmes back on the stand for the third day in her criminal fraud trial. It's still her defense team's turn to question her. They're trying to convince the jury that the Theranos founder thought her blood testing machines worked and didn't mean to mislead doctors, patients, and investors. Except today, she admitted to her role in one of the key pieces of evidence that prosecutors have presented. CNBC's Scott Cohn live outside the courthouse in San Jose, California, with the latest. Scott?
Kelly, court just wrapped up for the day. We expect Elizabeth Holmes will leave any time now as she begins and the court begins and the jury begins the long Thanksgiving break with no court tomorrow. Elizabeth Holmes' launch to media and Wall Street stardom really began in 2013 when Theranos announced a joint venture with Walgreens for in-store testing. But she acknowledged today in her first full day on the witness stand that the company was beset with a lot of big issues right around that time as she was becoming a star. Still, she claimed that she never approved any marketing materials that she thought were misleading, including when the company sent around some altered documents. That was one of the most stunning revelations in the government's case. Equally stunning today, Elizabeth Holmes owned it. It was the white-collar equivalent of a smoking gun in the prosecution case, a scientific report on the merits of Theranos technology shown to investors and prospective business partners with the logos of Pfizer and Theranos side by side at the top. But a Pfizer executive testified the drug company had nothing to do with the document. So who put the Pfizer logo on the report? I did, Holmes testified. She says she wanted to show that the research was done in partnership with Pfizer, not to falsely claim that Pfizer was endorsing the technology. In hindsight, she says, I wish I had done it differently. Holmes' defense in the case, maybe she was inexperienced and under pressure to bring her product to market amid mounting problems, but she never lied. Yes, she acknowledged, Theranos processed some tests for Walgreens on third-party equipment instead of its own, but it was because of changes Walgreens demanded in their agreement. She says she didn't tell Walgreens about the third-party equipment in order to protect trade secrets. That secret being that Theranos engineers had figured out how to process small blood samples on that third-party equipment. Of course, what she didn't say was that that testing on that equipment was notoriously error-prone, yet another of the problems that Theranos was dealing with. As I said, court is now done for the long Thanksgiving Day weekend. When she comes back on the witness stand on Monday, she will continue with friendly questioning from her attorney, Kevin Downey. Then it's the government's turn for what we expect will be some very long, very intense cross-examination.
And they now have all weekend to think about it. Scott, thank you so much. Our Scott Cohn.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.